Hello everyone, you're welcome back to the news. This is your girl Boyos Network. Thank you all for always tuning in to listen. Omo, APC is on fire. APC don't scatter as we see, and so no matter what they are trying to package, this APC national chairman coming out to resign out of the blue shows that all is not well. Let's not forget that just few days ago here, now he managed to escape when they were having their Northeast Summit. They managed to whisk him out from that premises. And also before now, they also showed this video last week here also, where the vice president refused to shake him. In that video, it was very obvious. You see the vice president going back and front, and refused to shake him. Yet, you go see somebody like Akpabio, even the president himself, coming out to tell opposition parties that they should put their house in order. What is happening in APC right now? Yeah, what is happening? Because if they tell people may they put their house in order, meanwhile your own house is actually falling apart. Again, last week here, Senator Alindume came out on Arise Television to say that APC is sinking, just waiting for little tune to capsize. And obviously with what is happening, Omo, it don't shele. It don't show, as in it shows, say APC they capsize. Nigerians have reacted concerning this, and let's just say some of these reactions. All right, so the first person I have here said on the list, may APC happen to APC. Wow. All right, a foolish man complained of his torn pocket while a wise man uses it to crash balls. Now someone else is dropping this, vice presidential candidate loading, and another one said it is a political calculation. Chairman will now go to the North Central and Vice President slot go to Northwest. It looks like he is the replacement of the Vice President by TINUBU. And this person dropped a laughing emoji, said, "Una never see anything. Una confusion go worse past that of PDP. This is just the beginning." Okay, so right now people are making speculation. Some persons are even saying that maybe he wants now to accept the offer given to him by Bola Ahmed Tinubu before to go as an ambassador, while some are saying that he's going to be the vice president. But either way, all I know is that all is not well with APC. Whether we like it or not, all is not well with APC. So for those people that are defecting, I know say the ones that will never defect so far, go the mokuna and make we watch. We go see from now on this defection thing, it will reduce to a minimal, because those ones wait there for their party, they will see that this APC we are even running to, it will not benefit them. It will not. And Senator Alindume keeps saying it. They hammer on him. Ever since this defection started, he has been on it. At the top of it, the voice, they talk, say, this defection is going to cause a big problem in APC, but they seems not to be bothered about it. All of them they package. Just yesterday here, or no, sorry, day before yesterday, Akpabio was still busy telling opposition parties that Tinubu wants vibrant oppositions in Nigeria, that they should try and put their house in order. What is happening in APC now? So guys, I really want to hear your thoughts concerning this. Please feel free to drop those your wonderful thoughts with us in the comment section. And don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel. If you have not, subscription is for free. It's just for you to be getting updates as we are dropping it. So guys, let me allow you to take a look at these videos, these revelations, and you will be shocked, you will be amazed. Bye-bye. See you in my next video.
It was not only surprising because no one saw it coming, but also shocking in a country where public office holders hardly resign. The national chairman of the All Progressives Congress APC, Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, has formally resigned. In his resignation letter submitted to the party's National Working Committee, Ganduje cited health reasons as part of his decision to step down. No one saw it coming. I mean, did you see it coming?
Well, before it happened, it was in the news that he was going to do it.
Yes.
I mean, earlier today.
I heard about it.
Okay, you heard
earlier today.
Oh.
No, I mean, it was even in the news.
Yeah, it was in the news.
That he was going to resign. But, of course, he said he was resigning on health ground. Well, speculation, there are people saying, okay, in fact, I've even heard that, okay, there are allegations of financial impropriety, not confirmed. Some people say, okay, he mishandled the Gombe incident.
Okay.
People will say all sorts of things. but the man resigned. But what I do not expect his resignation to have a significant negative impact on the APC.
On the party.
Why am I saying this? His immediate predecessor, Abdullah Adamu, who did not ab initio support the president. If you remember, when the president made his Emilio Court declaration in Abeokuta, he kicked against it. Abdullah Adamu kicked against it. And we also know how he was trying to bring in.
Did he try or he did?
You know, he spoke against it. Now I'm talking. He was trying. He was trying to bring in Lawan.
Yes.
Eventually, he resigned, and APC is still standing.
Okay.
So I do not. Well, people come and go. Institutions must be very strong.
Sure.
As things stand now, I know that APC is a very strong party. It's a very strong institution. So I do not expect Ganduje's resignation to
have an impact on the party.
Yes, on the party.
I mean, your thoughts here.
No, but I think after 2023, when this party came, I mean, when this current the position was, when he came and he visited us, he was quite very influential and of course very relevant in the manner of speaking. But I think over this intervening months, his relevance began to wane. That's the way I look at it. He was hardly in the news and all that. Even some very important things that Ganduje's name wasn't there anymore. That, as you mentioned, you made a reference to the Gombe issue about they didn't mention the name of those and all that. It was also a kind of a minus to his leadership style of open, maybe I could say open bias to a certain section of the So maybe the president also wasn't very comfortable. And then somebody also said, because I discussed with a friend of mine when I called when they said, okay, because we heard about it about 3 hours before I even came here. That it was going to, but I didn't know we were going to be discussing it, right? And that again, somebody also said that even the continuous closeness of what's the other man in Kano? The NPP man.
Okay,
Kwankwaso is getting very close to the president and Kwankwaso and this one. So a whole lot of things are being bandied here and there. But again, as he said, the days to come, we will all see. But I thank God for what they are doing. Well, is it thank God now? Well, I'm happy for them that they fixed the National Convention for December, which I think is going to do a lot to restructure the party and then put the party on good footing.
On the right
yes,
footing.
exactly.
I mean, BKO, your thoughts here. Ganduje has resigned. What's your interpretation of this?
Well, I had expected this. If I said I wasn't expecting it, then I'm a liar from the pit of hell. 2 times he had been offered ambassadorial appointments, but he turned those appointments down. And initially, it was thought that it would be around for him to midwife the primaries of the party for the 2027 election. But the pressures had been on. You and I know that Kwankwaso is the president's friend, although it may actually be attacking the president, but that's politics. Is the president's friend, and the president...
Network glitch again. But while we wait for BKO, he said something.
He said, I mentioned
the impact.
Yes. Okay,
the impact.
Yes.
He said may not really have an impact on the party.
No, but I mentioned
it shouldn't.
Yeah, no, it shouldn't. No,
okay, I'm so
back?
sorry. He's back now. BKO, conclude on your thoughts.
Yes.
Yes, I said that Atiku, someone like Kwankwaso would not like to work for Atiku. He had said that before. That yes, that Atiku should not be in the race. He even called him a liar at 80. So President TINUBU had been making moves to have him come to his side. And Kwankwaso and Ganduje, at this point in their political lives, they cannot belong to the same party.
Oh,
yes. They cannot belong to the... Yes. Kwankwaso will be willing to come into the APC, a party that he helped form, if if Ganduje were not the party leader. That is clear. That's what. In my view, the leadership has been looking for a way to ease Ganduje out of that position and put a younger person, which will also enable them to be able to woo Kwankwaso, who is the most influential politician in Kano today. And we all know the position of Kano in Nigerian politics. There is no state that garners the kind of votes that Kano gets. The senatorial votes from Kano Central alone is usually higher than most states in our country. Just that senatorial zone, Kano Central. Even when in the last election, the former governor, Shekarau, pulled out of the race, he still secured more votes than many senatorial contestants in our country, than even some governors. So this is the situation. The president sees Kano in play. He needs the votes from Kano, and Kwankwaso is someone that he believes can help him to get the votes from Kano. And with Ganduje out of the way, it easily paves the way for Kwankwaso to come into the party. This is the truth. This is the truth. I don't know how to sugarcoat anything. This is the truth. I know that they have been in talks, and I know that Ganduje and Kwankwaso had reservations to work under the leadership of his sworn enemy. So with what we have now, he may just make it easier for him to come on board, and we'll see an NNPP and APC fuse
together
as one in that critical state. So this is the thing. Yes, and of course there had also been issues. Many people are not happy about the way the Gombe debacle was handled, and a lot of them blamed the vice president. The party national chairman. I do not think that it was his fault what transpired. But again, that matter should have been better handled, because I listened to the speech of the governor of Borno State. There was nothing wrong about that speech. But somehow there is tension from that part of the country that Kashim Shettima may be pushed out as vice president and all that. There is speculation that the president, that Kwankwaso wants to be vice president. I do not see any truth in that. Kwankwaso will have been a minister in this dispensation. I also know that. But somehow, again, based on what I said earlier, it was difficult to get him to come on board. Maybe now we'll see some real movement in that area.
Just the news that Ganduje has resigned. What do you make of that whole news? There's a lot to unpack in it, but one thing that is for sure is the fact that all is not well in APC, and no matter how much they try to hide it, all is really not well in APC. APC is also battling, even probably I would say even worse than the other parties, because in APC you have the biggest incentive that politicians have to keep people in check, which is access to the Commonwealth and all of that. But yet it is still not enough to stop the problems that are going on in APC. Am I surprised that Ganduje resigned? No, I'm not. There have been a lot of issues going on. First of all, you saw what happened during the Northeast conference that they had, where they were supporting TINUBU, but they didn't make mention of Shettima. So almost like stylishly removing Shettima from the whole case of things that were supposed to happen, and that TINUBU will go ahead for 2027, but most likely without the Shettima. And of course, the people of the Northeast reacted very harshly to that. They didn't want to hear that. They didn't want to see that. They were like, no, this cannot happen. And you saw there was a lot of drama. in short, there's one part almost as if they literally wanted to lynch Ganduje. They had to sneak him, take him out of that place and run away with him. Beyond that also was another video that came out that was quite instructive. I don't know particularly where that video was taken, but the current DCMP from PDP, I think is the governor of Akwa Ibom, was there. Senator Akpabio was there. Ganduje was there, and other people. And you see Shetima coming to how do I put it now, to shake the people. The way they normally do this, the people will line up and they'll be shaking them. And it was almost as if he didn't want to shake Ganduje, but he didn't know what to do because he kept going back. He kept talking as if Ganduje was like this, putting his hand like this. Lord, hey, this is the kind of politics that I can never play. God forbid. What are you looking for? Bale, you don't owe. You've done governor 2 times. Which one you are doing? You are doing. And he was just sitting down there, wanting this person to shake him. And you could see Shetima reluctantly, because Shetima would speak, look to the other side, hail the senior president Akpabio as if he really didn't want to. Then later he just shook him, and then he went back to having the conversation, and then Ganduje would just put his head like that in that whole thing. So from saying all of that, definitely knew something was wrong. And it was so funny. I remember I had to even share the video with my husband. I was like, just see what's going on. This whole party is going through a lot. Forget this whole attitude that APC is putting out, that everything is okay, people are decamping to them, they are scared, they are afraid, a whole lot of things are going on. So there's been a lot of reaction trailing this whole thing that has been going on. For someone here, he says Ganduje's sudden resignation today as APC chairman can only mean 3 things. 1, all is not well within the APC, as TINUBU would have everyone believe. I totally, believe that particular statement. All is not well. And even the way that they've been acting is a whole lot of desperation to make it look as if, the party is fine, the party is getting more great. It's like the party has lost more, even its citizens, even within the northern part of the country. Because you see, there's been a lot of uprising, people destroying TINUBU's posters, signage, and everything that has to do with TINUBU. I think one of the things I saw today was in Nasarawa State, where they showed youth, destroying his posters, destroying his signs, his billboards, and all of that. There's so much anger, because the thing is that as much as you want to use propaganda for election, you can't use propaganda for government, because people are feeling the hunger. The second thing this person talked about, Dr. Kelvin Alaneme, he said Kashima will most likely not be Bat's running mate for 2027. Weird, he said. And the third one, he said the coming coalition has rattled TINUBU, and he's playing one of his trump cards, pave way for Kwankwaso as a potential running mate with hopes to weaken the coalition. One thing is certain though, there is fire on the mountain. Game on. He said... Let me laugh first. You see this whole thing, even if he takes Kwankwaso as his running mate, I laugh in 3D. Oh, very cool. Oh my goodness. It's the most crazy thing at all, but let them continue to do. But all I want people to understand is that these people, there is nothing. I've said the same before. TINUBU is afraid. TINUBU is, that show where they say naked and afraid. I think that's where he is, and he really doesn't have much. What he is used to doing is bribing people, and that bribing is coming out to be not enough because of the whole situation of thing that is going on, the suffering, the annoyance, and then he has played some cards in the usual way of let's do certain things. He has outplayed himself, and one of the things that I would say he did really badly, he didn't manage well, was what was done to Nasiru El-Rufai. I mean, Nasiru El-Rufai was one person. If there's one thing that Nasiru El-Rufai is good at, is being vindictive. As in, person will be say he go use in life myself because he want deal with you, no mind in life, he go put am, he go dash you in life, but he go take and deal with you. This is someone who wrote a book as a child in primary school where someone had bullied him, beaten him, and he spent, is it 3 or 4 months pouring sand in that boy's food. And that boy had to they now had to go and look, whether his parents had to come to go and look for his uncle to beg him, and he was still angry and he was still not tired, as a child. And then you imagine, what it is right now. So there've been a lot of statements out there, different people, and there are some who feel that, because of what was done to Kashim Shettima, and for them that is it, this is payback time, that they are paying back Ganduje on this. I don't really think that, for me, I don't really think that angle. It is what it is, but we'll continue to watch the development, as it happens. But one thing that is for sure, and I can tell you for free, is the fact that there is fire on the mountain. There is fire on the